Hi friends, and welcome back to your favorite show, My Zone Active Kids, where we actively invest in your future. Whose future? Your future. I'm Anna, and today I'm here with my lovely friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Tony, and I'm so glad to be here with you guys today.
I also love spending time with our Active Kids friends. Today we're going to be learning all about loving and protecting our wonderful planet Earth. But before we get into that, Tony, don't you just love these beanbags?
Yes, I love them so much. Should I tell them, our friends, where we can get them?
Should we share the secret?
Should we?
I think so. Tell our friends where they can buy these wonderful beanbags.
You can contact them at info@kickstartnem.com.
And don't forget to catch a new episode of Active Kids every day at 10 o'clock on Dstv, channel 285, Gotv, channel 25. And where else can they find the episodes, Tony?
They can also find recorded episodes on oneup2.com.
And YouTube?
Yeah, definitely also on YouTube.
And we must never forget our WhatsApp chatbot. But before we go any further into our episode on teaching our friends how to love and protect the planet, I think we should sing a song.
Okay, what song do you have in mind?
It's called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. Have you ever heard of it?
No. This is my first time hearing about it.
Okay, I'll teach it to you. It's a lot of fun. So you're going to put your hands in a question and you're going to say, I have a plastic lid, plastic lid, plastic lid. I have a plastic lid, where does it go?
Okay.
And then you sing, in the recycling bin, recycling bin, recycling bin, in the recycling bin, that's where it goes.
Okay.
Do you think you can sing it with me?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I have a plastic lid, plastic lid, plastic lid. I have a plastic lid, where does it go? In the recycling bin, recycling bin, recycling bin. In the recycling bin, that's where it goes. Did you enjoy our song, Tony?
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much, but I still have to learn it.
I think we should do some more practicing after the episode.
Definitely.
So, Tony, what's one thing that you think we can do to help Earth?
There are so many things that one can do. One can start by closing the tap while you are brushing your teeth. Or as we said earlier, recycling, that's what the song was all about.
Exactly.
Recycle papers, plastics in the right bins and so forth. Yeah. I think there's more than that. What else can we do?
I think we can start by looking at the bigger picture. We need to stop driving around in fancy cars that use all of the gasoline.
Yes, definitely. By using bicycles will be very environmental friendly, né?
Yeah, did you know in Amsterdam they have a whole street especially for people with bicycles? So then the cars are stuck in traffic, but the people with their bicycles just zoom around going here and there.
Yes, I would love that.
And it lessens all the carbon emissions.
Definitely. And I think by making use of buses will actually be better than every car, like a lot of people having cars on the street and so forth.
Exactly, because then all of us can take one bus instead of 10 people who could fit on a bus, just sharing one car.
Yeah, instead of 10 cars, it's just one car. One big giant car.
Exactly, it makes so much sense. But besides looking at planet Earth, do you think there's anything we can do to help protect our oceans and forests?
Oceans and forests? Yeah, with the forest we have to protect our forest by planting new trees and so forth and stop cutting down our trees.
I completely agree. But Tony, before we get carried away, I think it's time we jump into our next segment, and we'll see you friends right after this. Bye! Hi friends, and welcome to today's Arts and Crafts. For today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a recycling robot. So, what you'll need is some markers, some colored paper, an old newspaper, some bottle caps that you've recycled, and this right here is a piece of an old chips packet. So, let's get started. I think I want my robot to have a yellow body and a blue head. So, to start off with, you're going to take the piece that you're using for the body, a ruler, and draw a big rectangle. Do you guys know what a rectangle is? A rectangle is when it has two long sides and two sides that are a bit shorter. Because if all the sides are equal, then it ends up being can you guess? That's right, a square. So now that we have our rectangle, you take your scissors. But remember to be very careful with scissors because they are sharp and can be quite dangerous. Then you're going to start cutting out your first big rectangle, which we'll be using as the body for our robot. You don't have to cut it out perfectly as long as you're having fun. So friends, what do you think your favorite part of recycling is? I think my favorite part of recycling is getting to use old things and turn them into something beautiful. When you've cut out your big rectangle, you're going to take another colored paper. I said I wanted his head to be blue. And then you're going to draw a square that's smaller than the rectangle that you just drew. So friends, what did I teach you about squares? A rectangle has two long sides and two short sides, whereas a square, all of the sides are equal. After you've drawn your square, you can start cutting it out. Like I mentioned earlier, friends, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you are having fun. And be careful with these scissors because they can be sharp. Now that I've cut out my square and my rectangle, I'm going to take some of my glue and stick the head onto the body of the robot. To do this, you put some glue on the bottom part of your small square and you stick it on top of your big rectangle, just like this. It's starting to look like a robot already. Then, I think our robot needs buttons and dials so that it can work. An on button and an off button. This is where the fun starts because we're going to use our recycled bottle caps to fashion into buttons. All you need is 2 bottle caps and some glue. You're going to smear the entire bottom of the bottle cap with your glue and paste it on to the body of your robot. Easy as that. See friends, I made a silly mistake and I accidentally put glue on the wrong lid. But don't worry, like we learned from Zaki and Zoe in a previous episode, sometimes making mistakes is necessary to help you learn and grow. Now that you've stuck on both of your bottle caps, I think it's safe to say our robot officially has his on and off buttons. But what else is he missing? I think he might need some arms and legs, and that's where our chip packet comes in handy. So you're going to cut 2 rectangles that are a bit thicker from your chips packet and paste them to the body of your robot. And these will be his arms. Just like that. And then, to fashion the legs for our robot, we're going to cut 2 thin strips from the same chips packet, but they need to be a bit longer than the arms. So I'm cutting it in half. Then you take your glue again, you paste some glue on the top part, and you stick it to your robot's body, and then some more glue for the other leg. Wow guys, this robot is really starting to come together now. But I still think he's missing something. I almost forgot. Robots have feelings too. So let's draw a face for our recycling robot. I think he's a happy robot because he's recycling. So we'll draw a big smile because he knows he's helping save planet Earth. And just to mix it up a little, I think I'm going to give our robot crazy color eyes. So I'll give him one purple eye and one green eye. And there you have it, friends. Your recycling robot, all ready to start saving planet Earth. Wow, Tony, don't you think those robot buddies we made are so cool?
Definitely. It reminds me of the Transformers, a favorite movie I like.
And did you like what we did where we gave them different colored eyes?
Yes, I like it very much. It's so unique. It makes it stand out.
I think our friends that made their robot buddies at home should definitely send us a picture on our Instagram into our DMs. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think it would be a wonderful idea for us to communicate and see what they are up to and so forth.
I can't wait to see what they did to make their robot buddies. But Tony, we have to get back into the important discussion of saving our planet and keeping it clean.
Oh yeah, I said something about cutting trees earlier.
We were asking about the forests, how to save our forests and oceans. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, for every tree you cut down, you have to replace it by planting a new tree. That will be one or two trees will be a great choice to.
I think that's a good idea, but don't trees take forever to grow?
There are different kinds of trees. You get trees that take forever to grow, but there are also trees that grows up very fast. I think you have to go to your local, what do you call the gardeners?
Oh, the nursery.
Yeah, and then you can ask them a bunch of questions regarding trees.
I think so too. And when we move a bit away from the forests, where the trees are swaying in the wind, and we look at the ocean where all the fishies are, do you think there's anything we can do to protect our oceans?
Yes, definitely. When you're on a cruise ship or boat or just on the beach catching fish or just playing with your family, please don't throw away your papers and the trash just like that. Please use a dustbin, because it pollutes the ocean.
I agree, and I've seen so many sad pictures of fishies that get stuck in nets and pieces of plastic, especially sea turtles that get stuck in pieces of plastic. And I don't think that's very good for the ocean or for the earth.
No, definitely.
Because every small thing in the ocean plays a role in keeping the ocean the way it is.
And the ocean is such a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Why do you want to ruin it by making such a big mess?
So Tony, what are some small things that you do in your day-to-day life to help keep our planet clean?
By helping clean? What do I do?
I've seen you pick up some papers around the office sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
So you pick up papers. I personally like to make sure I put things, like we said, into the recycling bin. That way they can be reused to make brand new things instead of us just using more plastic and making more plastic and sending all of those carbon emissions into the sky.
And I also use my bicycle sometimes. I don't know if that counts.
Instead of your car?
Yes.
I think that's a really good idea in a way of helping the planet.
Yeah.
So if you had to look into the future, 5 years, let's say 5 years ahead, what do you think would happen to the planet if we don't start helping it soon?
if we don't start helping it soon, it will be dirty. There will be a lot of sicknesses and so forth because of germs and so forth. But to prevent that, we have to keep it clean. But I think in the future, we might have robots helping us.
Like the ones that we just designed for
then
our
you'll
arts
just
and
see
crafts.
then you'll see like our transformer robots working here, cleaning up our streets and so forth.
But we need to make sure that our robots are also eco-friendly.
Definitely. I think they should be rechargeable. So, yeah.
Yeah, the same way like Tesla, the self-driving car,
Yeah, definitely.
where you can just plug it into a wall and it keeps going. And I think that the people on Earth might need to start thinking of greener ways to create power. But I think that's for another episode, because right now we have to scooch over so that our friends Zaki and Zoe can take over the show. We'll be back just after Zaki and Zoe. Bye, friends!
Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful, hooray! Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful, hooray!
Reuse, reduce, recycle. That's how we keep our Earth delightful.
Hi friends, I'm Zaki and I love planting flowers.
And I'm Zoe, and I love learning about animals in nature.
Did you know recycling one bottle saves enough energy to power a light bulb for hours?
Whoa, that means every bottle matters.
I made a game with old bottle caps to sort trash into bins.
That's brilliant. I turned my cereal box into a toy car.
We can all be eco-explorers. It starts with small changes.
Like turning off the tap when brushing your teeth.
Or packing lunch in reusable containers.
I think we should make every day Earth Day.
High five to saving the planet one small act at a time.
Zaki, what do you think some acts are that we can do to help save the planet one small action at a time?
Let me think about it. I think by picking up trash like in your yard or on the street that blows around by the wind or so forth.
I think that by putting things into the correct recycling bins instead of just throwing them into one random garbage bin so that they can be reused and recycled.
Yeah, speaking about reuse and recycle, I know countries overseas that they charge people with when they pollute the environment. Do they also do the same in Namibia?
Not yet, but maybe you and me can start that initiative, because I also think that throwing things onto the street and making the planet dirty should be a finable offense.
A finable? Shouldn't they also spend a little bit time in jail?
Zaki, I think that might be a little extreme, but I like how passionate you are about saving the planet.
I love my planet.
What are some of your favorite things on planet Earth, Zaki?
My favorite thing? Oh, the ocean. Definitely the ocean. I love the ocean.
What makes the ocean your favorite part of planet Earth?
Starters, I can swim in it. I can go and play sandcastle with my family on the beach. I can play rugby. Oh, there are so many activities that I can say right now.
Aren't you scared of sharks or jellyfish when you go swimming?
I love sharks, but I won't play with them.
I'm also scared of sharks because what if they bite me?
I just bite them back. Just joking.
But I think we should start with smaller things, like turning off the tap when brushing our teeth.
Or packing lunch in reuse. Oh no, I think I said that already.
Did you already name that?
Yeah, saying it when I said packing lunch in reusable bags.
Oh, but I think that's all for today. I think we need to tell our friends that they have to help too, because together we can be heroes for the earth.
Forever.
See you next time, Eco Explorers.
Bye.
Hi friends, and welcome back to my favorite part of Active Kids, Active Activity. For today's game, I have a special one planned for us. Tony, do you want to hear what it's all about?
Definitely, I can't wait.
So, when recycling, you usually have 3 bins. One for paper, one for plastic, and one for glass. So how this game works is, your friend, so you guys need to grab a cousin or a brother or a sister or a friend from school. I have my good friend Tony, is going to name something like, for instance, I can't think of anything right now, but you'll have to stick around to hear more. He's going to name something and then I have to guess in which bin it goes. If I don't guess correctly, I lose a point, but if I do guess correctly, I gain a point. Are you ready, Tony?
Definitely.
So I think you need to start us off.
Okay. A newspaper. Where do they go?
Since it has paper in the name, I think it has to go to the paper bin.
Definitely, you're correct.
Okay. I think a water bottle.
A water bottle. What type of water bottle?
I can't tell you because that'll give it away.
Okay, if it's a plastic water bottle, then it's gonna go into the paper bin. But if it's a glass bottle, probably in the glass bin. So you have to be specific.
Your first one was wrong because a plastic bottle won't go into the paper bin.
No, I mean the plastic. Did I mess it up?
You messed it up, but it's okay, Tony, because you got the second one right. A glass bottle will go into the glass bin. Now it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Okay, a plastic chair.
A plastic chair. Like the ones we have here at Active Kids, like these bean bags, or ones that are made of the plastic where the feet slide out from under you.
Yeah, the feet slide under you, that type of plastic chair.
I think that's too big to fit into a bin, but if I had to choose, I think it would go into the plastic bin.
Okay, definitely.
Let's say, do you remember my robot that I made?
Yeah, I remember it.
Do you remember what my robot's body was made of?
It had some paper, some plastic bottle caps on it, and I think there was also a chips packet involved in it as well.
So where do you think my robot would go if we had to throw it away?
I think we have to take it apart if you want to throw it away. The paper, we have to throw it in the paper bin, and the plastic in the plastic bin, and yeah, as well as the plastic paper chip packet also in the plastic bin.
Well done, Tony. You guessed right. Do you have another example for me?
Another example. Okay, where do you a television? Like, since it's made of a lot of things.
A television has many things to consider.
I think you first have to take it apart, like break it.
Definitely. But I think if you're throwing away a television, it's probably already broken.
Yeah.
But so if you have to take it apart, I think the screen would go in the glass bin.
Yeah.
The back of the television would probably go in the plastic bin.
Yeah.
And then all of the cables and things would have to have a special dustbin, because remember, those things can be dangerous and we don't want to throw dangerous things into normal trash bins.
Yes, definitely.
But that was a difficult example, Tony.
Yeah.
Now I need to see if I can catch you out.
Okay.
This sweater that I'm wearing,
Hopes.
where do you think that would go?
I think, is it made of wool?
Partly.
But we don't have a wool bin or place. I don't know. Can you help me out, West? Where can I put it?
Did you know that wool sweaters like these are most of the time not made of real wool, and they have only little bits of wool and a lot of plastic in them?
I didn't know that.
So this sweater would probably end up going into the plastic bin. But remember to check your labels to see what your things are made of before throwing them away, so that you can be sure to throw them in the correct place. But Tony, I think that's all we have time for today.
Yes, I just want to talk, but time is not on our side.
I would love to teach our friends all about recycling, but our time is unfortunately up.
Yes.
So friends, we'll see you next time for more fun activities and teaching you about important things like reduce, reuse, recycle. Bye. Friends!